Justin Berengia here, and welcome to tonight's incredible hangout. I brought some of my dear friends and teammates, business partners with me tonight. We are the Prosperity Team, and the success from this panel is very diverse and just a very powerful group of people that have manifested their dreams and their targets in life, and some of them are brand new, teammates. And what I love about what we have here is the fact that we have so many successful people on our team. I don't even know everybody. The leaders don't even know everybody, because now we have teammates, making a lot of money. They're bringing on teammates making a lot of money. They're bringing on teammates making a lot of money, and then we're being introduced like, hey, this guy is on your team making, $35,000 a month. And we're just like, who? And I think that's a beautiful thing, because I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've never seen the success than the success that we have here inside Empower Network on our Prosperity Team. And if you look at any of the leaderboards, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're just dominating now, and to celebrate, because we have 100,000 affiliates in Empower Network in just over a year. I think 13 or 14 months. That is a big deal, because there's a lot of companies out there that have been around for years, and they don't even have 100,000 affiliates. You know what I mean? And not just that, but look at the incomes of the people in our company. There's more people making money, like over $10,000 a month and over $30,000 a month, than any other company I know of in existence. And so that tells you something about timing, and just flowing with the universe and being at the right place at the right time. So I'm very excited to introduce the panel tonight, because there's some people that I've never even met face-to-face yet, that I'm looking forward to meeting at our next event in Chicago, which is going to be just like off the chain. But nonetheless, I'm just going to bring everyone out. I'm going to start all the way to the right this time and bring out Travis. I actually just met Travis in Austin, Texas. He attended our private Prosperity Team Mastermind, and he came out of that thing, and he's been lighting it on fire. I know he just had his best month, and I'll let you tell him about that. And he just got somebody in who is like just blowing the lid off this thing, and I was just shocked to hear how much money these people are making, because they're brand new. So it goes to show you, you don't have to be a seasoned veteran with a big list or a guru in order to make money. All you got to do is be teachable, be willing to empty your cup. And I encourage you to do that tonight. Forget everything you think you know about making money on the internet. And the reason why it's so important we make money is not that we're so materialistic, you know what I mean? It's not so we can just rock diamond watches and things like that. I don't care about a watch. I don't care about impressing people. I don't care how much money I make. I'm going to wear t-shirts. I'm going to wear shorts. I'm going to wear sandals. I'm still not going to cut my hair. I'm just going to do what I feel like doing. But the importance of having money is, as long as money buys us resources and food and can help other people have resources and food, it's a necessity to live in true abundance. Now, I know we're spiritual beings, right? Having a human experience, but then on the same token, physical manifestation is important, and that's what we want to teach you, because if you can create wealth in your own life, not just happiness and fulfillment and, mastering your spirituality and living your dreams and, following your bliss, but also making money, because if you can help yourself, you can help other people. You can show people a better way, because there's a better way than a 9-to-5, right? There's a much better way. All it is information. The only difference between someone here in our panel making over $30,000 a month and maybe somebody working at a job, the only difference is information. So we're going to give you, so you can download that information tonight so that you can start living your dreams, following your bliss, and enjoying life, not have to worry about stress and financial stress and paying the bills, but you can just start doing what you're purpose is, and finding your purpose. If you don't know, we're going to help you find that tonight. But nonetheless, Travis, I want to bring you out, brother. How you doing tonight?
Good, good, good. I'm just so blessed and honored to be on this panel of leadership that have just changed my life completely. Just going from zero to making just $5,000 just last month. I never thought I could make that kind of money online, but like you said, it's all about finding your purpose. And once you find your purpose and you believe, you can achieve anything that you want. But before I go and tell you a little about my success in Empower Network, let me just tell you a little bit about what I've gone through and where I'm from. I was born in Panama City, Panama. That's Central America. Um, I was raised by my grandparents till about I was 15 years old, and I decided, you know what, I need to move. I need to move up to the United States, to California, to better pursue, better opportunities. So I went ahead and made that move. Got enrolled in a new high school. I was brand new to the area, and one thing that I always knew, that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew that I didn't want to be confined to a 9 to 5 the rest of my life, especially seeing the struggles that my grandmother went through. She worked a 9 to 5 her entire life, and just before I left, when I was 15, she retired, and she was left with little to no money. So that's the future that I didn't want for myself or for my family. So at that point, I said, you know what, I need to find something. So life, I went on with life. Graduated from high school. People were encouraging me to go to college and whatnot, but it just didn't make sense to me. So I would go to college and then I would drop out because for some reason I couldn't grasp why am I doing this? Like, why am I paying all this money to end up working a 9 to 5? So I started looking at network marketing deals. I got in a couple. I failed. Put a whole bunch of people in and received no check. So I mean, you can imagine doing that for a couple months. Of the constant struggle. And putting people in and selling them this dream. And when you're not even living that dream yourself. So that was tough for me. So I kind of I put that to the side. A couple of years went by. I got a job as an IT technician, and still, I was in a cubicle. I was in that 9 to 5, and I thought, man, this can't be life. I couldn't imagine myself doing this for the next 20 years. So started looking, went into the an online world, got involved in this opportunity, had some success with it. Made some money, but then again, the constant hustling to get people in, hustling to get friends and family in. You call them, bugging them. Next thing you know, they're not picking up your phone calls. They're not replying to your texts. They're on Facebook deleting you. All that madness. So I said to myself, okay, there's got to be an easier way. And thank God that my business partner and my sponsor, Robert Brown, he approached me on Facebook, and he asked me, hey, are you in Power yet? I said, no, I'm not, but I'm interested. For some reason, usually, there's a lot of people on Facebook that try to pitch you their deal and whatnot. But for some reason, I was drawn to him, and we started a conversation, got to know him a little better, got to know me, and I joined. And I just went ahead and followed the prosperity team's step-by-step system, especially with the daily webinars that Mr. Mike Hobbs has every day. I mean, Monday through Friday. I just did exactly what he said. I was at work, listening on my on the side while I was doing work, and doing the assignments as well, and just doing it on a daily basis. I stayed consistent and I followed what they told me, and something special happened. I set an intention. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this part time. I'm gonna see if I can make 3,000 in 90 days. So I set a clear intention. I read out my major definite purpose every day, and January was coming, and I was noticing like, I don't know if I'm hitting my goal, but I just kept faith. February 1st came around. The 90th day, I looked at my back office, and what do I see? $3,000. I was just so amazed. I was like, you just sometimes you don't know how you're gonna do it, but if you just believe it, and it happens. So I said, you know what, this got to be a fluke. Let me try it again. 5,000 in February. 28 days later, again, I thought I didn't hit it. I looked at my back office, $5,006. I'm like, this works. Like, belief really works. So, that's just a little bit about myself and what I've experienced, just following this awesome system and these leaders that have guided me in the right direction to making money online. I'm just so grateful. And if you guys, if you're not in, get in, get in, get in with this awesome system, with this awesome community. You'll see once you get in. I mean, you can see it right now. This panel of leaders, and once this call goes on, this hangout goes on, you're gonna see, how passionate we are about what we do and how much we care about helping you guys take your lives to the next level, just like how they helped me take my life to the next level. So get in, guys. Click that button on the bottom and get in with us.
Right on, Travis. You're a huge inspiration to us, brother. I just want to say I appreciate you. And I just want to remind everyone watching this right now, if you want to start getting money with us like right away, do exactly what Travis told you to do. Just hit the button right below, register. It'll open in a new window, and what you can do is you can take the URL at the very top after you're in. You can use your username that you're going to use to sign up right now, and then just put that in place of the username of the person that invited you, and that's after you're in already. And then you can start sharing that, and we're actually going to teach you how to share this and just invite people using these Ninja Jedi strategies that we make it easy to do. And you start to do that, people start coming to the Hangouts, and you start to make money because they want to become a part of our movement, which we've created. And I want to introduce the next guest, but I advise you to do that right away. Next, I'm going to bring out my homie Scott. We just had a hangout last week. We got to chill with this brother, and he has an amazing story himself. And he's also rated the sexiest blogger right now by Women's Magazine, and I think that's kind of cool. So nonetheless, Scott, come out, brother.
Actually, Justin, it was by all women's magazines.
All of them.
All of them.
Absolutely. You may be muted, brother. You gotta hover, I think, over the top right. You should see a mic. And it's all good. We'll just go to Paul. Unless you got that on, because we still don't hear you yet, and we'll come back to you. Mr. Hutchins, how's your day going, brother?
Man, it is amazing. How's your day going, Justin?
Best day of my life. You know how we do.
Just when I thought it couldn't get better, I get to pop on this Hangout and invest, not spend, but invest time with all of these amazing people. I mean, look at this panel up here. It fires me up to no end. I just want to give respect and gratitude to everyone here on this panel tonight. Congratulations to Travis for getting out there and believing and hitting $3,000 and then $5,000. I mean, that's amazing. And as you were talking, I was thinking about everybody on this panel and what every single person has in common on this panel tonight, and that is every single person up here had a dream at some point in time to have something better for their lives, to have something better than the 9-to-5, to have freedom. Like I have on my little title down here, freedom is worth it. Every single person on this panel had a dream. Every single person on this panel faced rejection, faced temporary setback, but they kept fighting, and you know what? They won. So I'm excited to be with everyone here tonight. It's truly amazing. I mean, Andy Petoskey, I've never officially met you, but I've heard about you for years. Massive lead generation, massive money making. Andy Petoskey, seen her name everywhere. Franco, I was talking to John Chapman the other day, and John Chapman said, dude, he goes, just being on Franco's email list, he should literally charge people just to be on his list. And I was like, really? So I went and got on his list, and I've been reading his emails, and seriously, just some mind-blowing value this guy puts out. The way he writes, it just sucks you in and makes you want to be a part of what he's doing. I mean, I could go on and on. I don't want to, you don't want to hit everyone, but just amazing people here. So thanks for being who you are. Thanks for inspiring me. And also to everyone watching this tonight, this is really for you. And I want to express some gratitude to you and say thank you, for taking some time out of your evening and popping on a hangout where hopefully you can learn a little something on how to have a little bit more happiness in your life, how to have more freedom. That's what we're here to talk about. And what I wanted to do, I jotted down just some quick notes. I'm not going to take all night, but I had a couple of points that I wanted to share with everyone. Just a quick version of my story and a couple of the major breakthroughs I've had in my life that have allowed me to go from not having money and not having time, being stuck at an 8-to-5 job, to where now I'm in a position where I have lots of money coming into my bank account. I have plenty of freedom. I can spend time with my family. I'm married. I have 4 little kids, and it means the world to me to be able to do that. So just quick little story. 3 years ago, I was living in a 1984 single-wide mobile home. It was a 1984 Fleetwood Vogue, and it was parked on my grandfather's land. We didn't even own the land. And this is when I started my internet marketing business. I'd been in the home business profession for about 8 years, but really just struggled. I got the bug. I wanted to be free, and I was willing to do whatever they told me to do. But the problem was what they were telling me to do just wasn't working. So I ended up jumping around from company to company to company to company, 14 companies I joined. And that led me to the first part of 2010 when I was living in this single-wide trailer house. This is after being in the home business profession for 7 years. And I actually remember doing hangouts, doing webinars with Justin. Just about a year ago, we were doing webinars, and I was still living in a 1984 single-wide trailer house. This was about 18 months ago, 2 years ago. And I went from being in that situation, living in a trailer, not owning the land, to being able to get out of that situation. And right now, where we're at today, in 2 weeks, my wife and family and I, we bought a 6-acre property out in the country, 4-bed, 2-bath, big office. Just no neighbors, views like crazy of the mountains. This is a place we've been dreaming about ever since we got married. And one of the things we've always wanted to do is be out of debt and not have debt. In 2 weeks, we're writing a check for the very last mortgage payment on this new property that we bought, and it's all thanks to the information, the people.
I think you muted Paul.
Yeah, I think we muted you, Paul. Sorry.
Oh man! All right, where'd you lose me?
It was just barely. So.
Okay, cool. So the reason I share the trailer house story is because it doesn't matter where you're at. It really matters. It doesn't matter if you're renting, if you have very little money, if you're struggling. You can go from where you're at now to achieving your dream, especially if you listen to the information that the people tonight are going to have to share with you. So I did have a couple of things. In addition to that, I wanted to share some major breakthroughs that I had along that journey. And one of the major breakthroughs that I had was back in June of 2009 when I made the decision to quit my job. Now, don't get scared. I'm not saying you should go quit your job if you have a job. But I decided that maybe I wasn't succeeding. I talked to my wife and I was like, maybe we're not succeeding because I still have this job. So I was like, honey, can I quit and can we go at this thing full time? And she said, yeah, go ahead. And so we had some savings, right? We're still living in a trailer house. I quit my job. and I went at it full time, and my income actually went down over the next 6 months. So that particular piece wasn't the magic. Quitting the job is not the magic. However, it was an integral part of my journey because I made a commitment. I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to my family. I made a commitment that I was going to get freedom, whatever it took. And anyone who's watching this tonight, anything in life that's worth it is going to take a commitment. You're going to have to maybe get outside your comfort zone a little bit. You're going to have to stretch a little bit. Now, did I do something stupid? Did I quit my job without any money in the bank? Did I put my family in jeopardy? No, not really. We had some savings. So I'm not saying you do things that are stupid, but you've got to get outside your comfort zone a little bit, and you've got to make a commitment that no matter what, freedom is worth it, and you're going to get it. You got to make that commitment to get all in. And that might be clicking the button below this video and just buying getting on our team for 25 bucks. It might mean buying some extra products, some extra training that are going to give you the extra pieces of the puzzle that you need. Whatever it is, you got to make that commitment. You got to step up and put yourself on the line. So that was breakthrough number one, making that commitment. Breakthrough number two for me was I'd actually, after I quit my job in June of 2010, I came into the first part of June of 2009. I came into the first part of 2010, and I was in a bad spot. Our savings were dwindling down. I had a son. I've got 4 sons, and my third son, Kyson, he had a condition called craniosynostosis, which means the bones in his head were fused together. So here I was jobless. Our insurance had just run out December 31st, 2009, and this was the first part of 2010 when my wife took my son to the doctor, and we found out that he was going to have this $50,000 surgery and go down to Primary Children's Hospital, and it was just like, and I just told you my income had gone down for the previous 6 months, so my home business wasn't working. And I was literally like at the end of my rope. I felt like I tried everything that I could possibly try, and I didn't know what else to do other than say a prayer. And literally, this is what I did. I was reading my 2 oldest boys a story one night back in the back room of this trailer house, put them to bed. They went to sleep, and I was looking at them, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to feed my family? And I knelt down and I prayed, and I basically asked for a miracle. I was like, God, can you show me a way? And long story short, a few things happened from that. Number one, and this is the breakthrough that I wanted to share with you, is I was led to discover a book called Think and Grow Rich, which I started to study diligently. And one of the things that book teaches is how to build belief in yourself and belief in your goal. And what happened through applying the principles is, for the first time, I started to believe. I started to believe in myself, and I started to believe that good things could happen in my life. Then what happened, that was about 6 months' time that I started to go through that process of believing in myself. Then I started to produce some results, and I ran across a YouTube video from Mr. Justin Varengia. And I was like, who's this guy, man? He looks like, like someone I want to work with. He knows what he's doing. So I watched his video, I clicked on the link, I joined him, and I started getting to know Justin over the next 6 months, and we started working together. And through a combination of my belief in myself going up and having the right people and the right strategies attracted into my life, my income started to go up, to where in 2011, I started to make a 5-figure monthly income from home. And that went pretty much all throughout 2011, all throughout 2012. I got kind of stuck in 2012 about that same, 5-figure monthly income. But the other thing that I wanted to share right at that part of my story is I had another breakthrough that caused me to hit that 5-figure monthly income, in addition to the breakthroughs that I shared already. And that is, the vehicle that you choose to drive to your dreams matters. It's one of the most important things you can do. And I was actually working with Justin in a company where instead of earning $1 to $2 to $3 on our production, we were in a position where we could actually earn $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 on our production. For every person that we brought into the business, we started to earn bigger checks, and the income obviously went up because we were driving a vehicle that was better, that actually paid us what we were worth. So just a quick recap. You know, you got to make a commitment. You got to get all in. You got to decide that yourself, your family, your dreams are worth it. That was breakthrough number 1. Breakthrough number 2 is you got to learn to believe. And if you stick with the people on this screen and you plug into what we're doing, there's no question in my mind that you will learn to believe in yourself and you will learn to believe in your dream like you've never done before. And I can make that promise. I don't know if I should put up a disclaimer here because I'm making a promise, but I know that if you'll follow the information this team has to share, you'll experience this thing called faith, where everything just starts to work and you believe that good things can happen. And I think that's one of the things that most people are missing in our society today is they've stopped believing. They went to college, they went out and got a good job, and then company kicks them, then they get another job, then company kicks them, doesn't treat them the right way. And they used to believe when they were kids, but then the world beats them down a little bit, and then they just stop believing that good things can happen for them. And everyone here tonight is here to tell you that's not true. That's BS. Great things can happen for you. You can take charge of your life. You can be financially free if that's something that you want to have happen. You can go from living in a single wide trailer house to buying a property, be debt-free in the country if that's what you want to do. You can go travel the world like Justin and Dee Varengia, which, by the way, they were doing even before they were making $50,000 plus a month. They were living their dream because they had made a decision that they weren't going to just take whatever society gave them. So, you know, my advice to you, if you're watching this hangout tonight, get a notepad out. I'll tell you what, I'm here to take notes. People here have so much to teach, and I want to learn. So take some notes, and the other recommendation I have is get started. Click the button below this video and join us, lock arms with us as we move forward and fight the forces of evil together. Thanks for the time, guys. Justin, back to you, buddy.
Right on, Paul. Thanks for the inspiration. Always appreciate you and what you do for the team, and the mental I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the mindset that you started studying and started sharing with us has been influential in a lot of the success of the leader. So I just want to thank you for what you do for the team, brother, with the consistency. You know, doing a morning mindset call every day, Monday through Friday, and doing that, you know, and really giving the people what they need to hear to plug in, because success is mental. I believe it's like 95% mental, right? What to do is not hard. It's like the easy part. It's just being focused and thinking right. You know, having an abundant mindset does matter, and taking action with that. So I appreciate you.
Hey,
Next,
I'm sorry. Could I just jump out real quick? One last thing, Justin, because I wanted to say thank you to you. In a major way. You know, I don't know if you have any idea how much you've impacted my life, and I wanted to share with everyone just real quick. Back in 2010, when I was struggling, when I was at that point where I had kids to feed and my business wasn't working, and I found Justin. I don't know if you remember this, Justin, but we connected on the phone. It was after I had joined. And I think I had already sponsored a few people, and you called me up, and I was in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant, and you're like, dude, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And I remember telling you, Justin, I was like, hey, man, I just started studying Think and Grow Rich, and I think some good things are going to happen in my life. And then you said, you were like, man, that book will change your life, and you were like, that dude, keep it up. That's you know, that's the book, you know, and you reinforce that belief. And you know, look at where we're at today. There are no coincidences, only divine appointments that we set for ourselves. I believe that. So back to you, buddy.
Right
Thanks.
on,
Thanks
man.
again.
Thanks for sharing. Next, we're going to bring out the Grandmaster himself. We actually just had our first chess match ever because I knew Mike loved playing chess and I love playing chess, and we talk at the events and get to hang out. And so we're like, why don't we just like download some online chess application and play on our iPad? And we actually just played our first game. It was like 3 hours, right? Like all night from like, I don't know, 11 o'clock to 2 a.m. And guess who wins? We tie. I just thought that was the most hilarious story because we've been dying to play each other forever. We have our first match, and it's a tie. But nonetheless, Mike is one of the biggest leaders here inside Empower Network. If you don't know Mike Hobbs, I have the privilege of working with him. I believe today you passed up 2 sales to me, which means you're getting like 8 sales or more per day. And I've seen you have a day where you and your team got 20 sales in a single day. So when I tell the people watching this that it's important to listen from people that are getting the results that you want to get in your business, Mike is the shining example, also delivers a lot of great value to our team. He dedicates himself available Monday through Friday on a private team webinar where if you get started, lock arms with us. It's basically like having one-on-one training through a webinar setting where he walks you through a daily assignment. So you actually have people making a lot of money that you get to tap into and work with and get that like private time with, which you do not get everywhere. So I just want to thank you, Mike, for doing that, because a lot of people like Travis and other leaders that are getting the results they're getting is from plugging into the team. All you got to do is plug in here. You're going to be successful. So nonetheless, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, I'm doing awesome, and thank you for that introduction. And the chess match was kind of funny. Hold on, let me click this so I can see. Okay, there we go. The chess match was funny because I've actually never had a draw. I either always lost or I'd win. I would never have a draw. I've never had a draw in my life. And I played Justin for the very first time, and we came down to the last pieces, guys, like king and the pawn I had, and he had a king. And then I couldn't get him. It was a stalemate after that. But yeah, it was hilarious. You know, like, so that's a record for me. I've never actually had a draw. So congrats on that, man. But it's cool. You know, I love chess, you know, like he said, but I'm really passionate about this team right now because I have people on here. I mean, we have people on here like Paul, who does a mindset call every single day. We have Justin, who, you know, he does a daily assignment himself. You know, he sends out his content. He lets you use his content every single day. You know, we have a lot of great support. And Franco, I just want to talk a little bit about Franco real quick and how he's impacted my life. Is in the beginning, okay, I remember when I first started online, I had a couple mentors. The first person I ever joined as a coaching program was Jonathan Budd. Anyone ever heard of Jonathan Budd? Well, I actually bought a program from Jonathan Budd for $1,800, and he said, okay, here's our team training, and he sent me right to Franco. And it was the best thing it was the best $1,800 I ever spent. So yeah, and the funny thing is and Franco didn't make any money, and he didn't even realize he was coaching me. You know, he didn't even realize he was impacting me because I never contacted him. I didn't really feel right. I was feeling like he was coaching me, giving me all his secrets and all his training. I would have actually felt bad contacting him, knowing that he didn't even monetarily gain anything from me. And that was just my mindset at the beginning. But then eventually I ended up partnering with him. We made a lot of money together. You know, we're in the same team now, Prosperity Team, and I just love that camaraderie we have in this team. And where we're going with this. But first of all, I just want to talk about a couple quick things on why you're seeing people have success here. You know, last week we had Robert Brown. Anyone remember Robert Brown in there? He's brand new about 5 months ago at the San Diego event, and he had his first 5-figure month last month. Okay, Robert sponsored Travis, who was over there on the right, And Travis had his first you heard a story. He had a $5,000 month this month, $5,000 last month. He had a $3,000 in January. That is just incredible to me. And here's the beautiful thing. Travis, he's brand new, 4 months. He sponsors John, who is over next to Justin Varengia, and we'll talk about him in a minute. But he made over $30,000 last month. $30,000 last month. And he's 20 years old. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. But that just amazes me. These people right now are brand new. So what are they doing? You know, what are they doing? I remember when I was brand new, I didn't have any support until I bought that $1,800 coaching program. What you guys are going to get, I can promise you this, so much more than what I had. Okay, I remember someone said when I came online, they were like, okay, get this system, buy this tool, buy this, and I was completely on my own. I did not know what to do. I literally became a spam artist on MySpace because I really didn't know what to do. I literally had 30 accounts in MySpace. I had software going 24/7, and I was generating leads. I figured that out from Jonathan's and Franco's training and some of the people that I went through. But I was doing it all wrong in the beginning. I didn't have, you know, a done for you blog like everyone does. Have you guys know that? I don't know if anyone ever here delete their database on a blog or even know what I'm talking about here. I remember I had like 200 blog posts, and then one day I log in, and my entire blog was gone, and I was like, what's going on here? And I called the hosting company and I tried to get it back, and they're like, yeah, you deleted your database. Luckily, we have a backup for you. So they gave it back to me. But I sat there for like a week. Everyone's like, oh, your links are not working. Your links are not working. So I mean, I've gone through all of the the crappy things, not having support, not having anything. And then here's the cool thing about this though. Did I ever whine to Franco? Did I ever email you and say, hey man, how come you're not getting on the phone with me? Hey, I never talked to my sponsor when I actually decided to believe and actually decided to make success and have success. I just did it. I just followed exactly what they are doing. That's one of the biggest tips I want to give you guys right now. Follow exactly what leaders are doing. Sometimes they'll tell you to do something, but what I want you to do is follow what they're doing. That is huge. I saw Franco doing a video every day. Guess what I started doing? A video every day. Every day. I saw, a couple of people blog, like a couple leaders at the time, blogging every day. Like there was a guy named Ray Higdon. I don't know if you know who Ray Higdon is, but he has a blog and he blogged every single day, and I started blogging every day. Then I saw David Wood teaching the same thing and teaching the 8 core steps inside Empower Network. So one of the biggest breakthroughs for me, and this is, I actually started doing a daily mastermind like Justin said, and this is what my intention of my masterminds were to be. When I started having success, when I first started having success, I decided I was going to support my team for 1 hour a day. And it started out with 5 to 10 people on the webinar. Literally. I remember I heard a story where Paul, he had, 2 people on his morning mindset call. I had 5 people on my very first, noon mastermind. 5 people. And then it grew to 10, and then it grew to 20. This morning we had 294 people on that morning webinar. 294 people on that morning webinar, just about a year later. So I'm super, super excited, and things like Travis's story came from that. Robert Brown's story came from that last week. We have John in here who's brand new. I don't even know what he's been doing, to be honest. So I'm excited to hear from him for sure. But the bottom line is it's working. Okay, I want to give you guys one last tip here, is the 8 core commitments that we teach you. If you do that every day, I actually had someone email me. They're like, man, I'm not having any success. I had a couple people quit, believe it or not. And one guy actually emailed me back, and he's like, I'm not having any success. This is not working for me. Should I switch my sponsor under you? You know, and he was trying to join my team. He was trying to switch sponsors and join my team because he thought that that was the answer. And I told him, no. What you need to do is follow the 8 core commitments. In fact, we hold a daily mastermind. Come to that. Do it exactly for 90 days. If you follow those, and my assignments basically are the 8 core commitments, by the way. It's the 8 core commitments is what my assignments are. So if you follow that assignment every day for 90 days, I can promise you that you will be in a better situation than you are now. I can't promise you that you'll make income because that's illegal, right? I can't do it. But look at Travis. He's been doing that, and look at him. He had a $5,000 month, $5,000 a month, two months in a row, and a $3,000 month in January. Robert Brown had $11,000 month last week. John has had a $30,000 month last month. So if that's not proof enough, these guys are less than 5 months old. Empower saturated, right? Empower saturated, right? We've been around 18, or I don't know, a year and a half. Yeah, right, guys. These guys just barely came in. These guys just barely came in. They're making it happen. They're brand new. Travis, I don't even know if you were having success before Empower. I don't remember if you said that you were, but he's brand new, guys. 4 months in the business, making money, and all he's doing is following the 8 core steps. I kind of disguised it in a tricky way because a lot of times people go into a company and they're like, follow the 8 core commitments, follow the 8 core commitments, and then everyone's like, everyone's doing that. But I called mine just a daily action assignment, right? And it's just getting people to follow the 8 core commitments. It's kind of hilarious, but that's true. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. I mean, does that sound easy to everybody? Serious. Just follow the daily assignment. Follow the daily assignment for 90 days and just test it out. Test it out. And I promise you that things will happen. You know, you get on that mindset call. That's actually 2. Did you guys know 2 of the 8 core commitments is mindset? Interesting, huh? There's only 4 daily commitments, and 2 out of 4 are mindset. So you're onto something there, Paul. I mean, you're definitely onto something there. Because that's 50% of your daily commitments in Empower, which I'm super excited about. But that's all I got for right now. Mr. Justin, put it back to you, man.
Yeah, you make a lot of great points, Mike, because as a team, we actually give people the copy, we give people the websites, we give people the testimonials, we give people the autoresponders. We provide so much value when people lock arms with us and make that decision to change their life. They're getting like over $10,000 in bonuses just from our team because we care about you. And what we do as leaders, we lock arms because we know we're stronger together. So when you join our team, you get the resources of all the leaders that you see on the panel plus some. Because we have so many leaders, we can't fit them on one hangout. We're limited, you know what I mean? So just lock arms with us and do exactly what we show you to do. Use our resources and you'll get similar results because success is a recipe. And if you got the right ingredients and you follow the recipe, you can get very, very good results and mimic the success of the leaders because that's how success is created. You model after successful people. It's the fastest way to do it. And because of that, we have success stories of people going from 0 to hero in as little as 3 months, 6 months. I know for my story, I started taking this serious about 9-10 months ago, and I went from a place of struggle and failure and almost giving up to now, you know, earning over $300,000 in this company because I started to listen. I decided to empty my cup and just do exactly what I was told and started actually blogging every day, doing my 8 core commitments, and now I teach people to do the same exact thing that I was taught, and now we're having all this success and all the teammates that are following the recipe, they're having success, and we became a leadership factory. We're producing leaders left and right. One of the most successful movements I've ever even seen or witnessed, alone just been a part of. We had already done that. Next, I want to bring out a man who inspires me and touches my heart every time I hear his voice. He's just one of those special beings on this earth. And he's figured out this like viral Facebook strategy where he doesn't even spend money advertising with Facebook. He actually knows a strategy that's super simple that he teaches you. If you lock arms with us and join the inner circle, we'll give you access to this training where he's teaching you how he has received as many as like 350 leads in one day for free off of Facebook. 350 leads in one day using a simple strategy where I watched it and I was shocked. I'm like, it can't be that easy. And it is that easy because now we have other teammates duplicating that strategy, and also teammates messaging me saying I generated 10 leads in one day for the first time in my life, and I did it for free using Kevin's Facebook viral strategy. So I'm just like, this is awesome. I love duplication. That's what it's about. Mr. Kevin Souza, how's it going, brother?
Hi, Justin. Thank you. And for all the guys that have already spoken, Travis and Paul and Mike. Mike is my sponsor in Empower Network. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Earlier today I referred to something that Will Rogers said. He said that every person I meet is in some way my superior, and in that I can learn from them. And I appreciate this team so much. Mike Hobbs referred to people follow people who do. And that's why I joined the Empower Network, because Mike Hobbs was doing, and doing very well. And I was doing very well already with my own internet-based business for years, and I wouldn't even look at anything else. But Mike and his gentle persistence, which works like a charm, opened my mind so that it would work like an umbrella. And so now I'm grateful, very grateful for not only Mike Hobbs, but for the whole leadership team that provides people with the support they need. I've been watching some of the comments tonight as we go down and scroll and look at the comments on our Hangout. Many people saying, well, what do you get? What do you get? What do you get? Well, I'll just briefly let you know what you get and then talk a little bit about a couple of breakthroughs that I've had. And Paul, I appreciate the breakthroughs that you shared as well. You get your own blog. Well, I don't know how to blog. So what? Learn. It's real simple. And pretty soon you blog every single day. What's a blog? I thought that was a smudge on the floor before I knew what a blog was, you learn how to blog. Okay, it's real simple. That's one of the products you get. For those of you, okay, that handles that. You also get self-development and internet marketing courses that are state-of-the-art. They're beyond state-of-the-art. I'm not even going to get into what they are, but the courses that you receive are actually very, very powerful, because I've learned more in the last 4 or 5 months with this business than I've learned in the last 8 years. Okay, I hope everyone can still see me here because I see Franco's face, but that's it. And so, the system that Justin was just talking about, the Facebook strategy that I'm using, again, when you become happily involved in our team and you become part of the inner circle, you will learn that. I'm going to make a guarantee here, but I'm going to imagine that I'm speaking to myself, okay? I can guarantee myself income. I guarantee, right now I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm saying, I guarantee you that you will earn income with this business. I can say that to myself without giving income disclaimers, okay? I guarantee you that you will profit from this business. Why? Because I guarantee that I will choose to do what it takes to profit from this business. And those are the 8 core commitments that you hear everybody referring to. 2 of the 4 that you do every day are mindset stuff. reading books and listening to audios every single day, feeding your mind with positive things. And then the other activities are more action activities like blogging daily and marketing daily and coaching your new members when they become happily involved and attending all the live events. And that's another subject, which I'm not even going to get into right now because it's huge. If you're not attending the live events, you're crazy. And again, I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking to everybody else. But I guarantee, Kevin, that you'll earn a lot of income with this business. You can say that to yourself in the mirror, whatever your name is, and guarantee yourself that you'll do it because only you can choose to take the action necessary to make it happen. And your creativity will come into play once you learn what we teach you in our system and you follow exactly what we recommend you do. Do you think that we would give you advice that doesn't work? Okay? This business is a team. It's mutually beneficial. When we recommend that you follow our steps and our system, it's for your benefit. And because we don't benefit unless you do. All right, that's one of the beauties of this industry. But one of the breakthroughs that I had, one of the biggest breakthroughs I had, came from a live event, and that was you can be yourself. You can be yourself. You know, in a perfect world, and your world is perfect inside. Okay, in a perfect world, everything can be positive. But see, outside circumstances and events and people always bring negativity into or try to penetrate into your head. And it's up to you to cease that negativity or to simply walk away from it. And for years, I was programmed by the news, the media, people, events, things that happened in my life that weren't positive to react to that in a negative fashion because we're all programmed to believe that. Well, I want to live a life as best as I possibly can of positivity. And that's me. And the biggest breakthrough I had at that live event was that you can be yourself. And be yourself is empowerment. Boy, I'll tell you, when Dave Wood and Dave Sharp labeled this company as the Empower Network, there was a lot more to that name than people realize. You are empowered to be yourself and to succeed should you choose to succeed. Okay? It's a choice. And I've been in this industry for 35 years. I have never in 35 years seen the leadership that we have with this team, the Prosperity team. For those of you that are here for the first time, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, click register now and join us and lock arms like you were just recommended to do. When you do that and make that small decision, because it is a small decision, then you will now be connected to the Prosperity team. And there's no other team in this industry that'll provide for you what you can do and use for your own life and for your family. And that's pretty much all I have to say tonight, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys. So with that said, Justin's back to you.
You the man, Kevin. Always appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and I know everyone feels the same way, so thanks for being you, homie. We do appreciate you. Next, I'm going to go back to the world's sexiest blogger, just because he's a sexy badass. And Scott, you there, brother?
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me this time.
Loud and clear.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I was plugging in my mic and for some reason it didn't work. But man, you know, you guys, I'm already feeling the energy being on this thing, and I just love coming and hanging with you guys because everybody who's watching this. This is where it's at. This is the group of badasses that are out on the internet getting things done, and I remember when I first got started, looking at different people and seeing, how big they are. It's like, wow, they're making thousands of dollars, some of them thousands to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 every single day. And you wonder, how can I even do that? Is that even possible? And, one of the things that you have to realize is we weren't born with a keyboard and mouse in our hands. You know, everybody started somewhere, and when I first started was, you know, a little over 2.5, 3 years ago. I started. I didn't even know what a blog was. You know, I came online out of desperation because I made some pretty stupid mistakes. You know, I don't know if anybody has ever made any, you know, stupid financial decisions in your life, but you know, mine landed me, you know, flat broke with $25 left in my bank account, and I can still remember it to this day. I was down in my basement, and I was it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I just got finished paying off my monthly bills, and I was down to $25 left. And my 3-month-old daughter and her out-of-work mother at the time, they were both up in bed sleeping, and I collapsed with my head in my hands, just bawling like a baby because I didn't know what to do. And you know, those are moments in your life where it really defines who you are as a person. You know, and you know, I know that a lot of people get in tough spots. You know, so if you're in a tough spot right now, you know, the more that you stare at your problems, the more problems are going to come to you. You know, that's a big eye-opening thing that you can actually really take away from most of these leaders here. You listen to what they talk about, you know, and it all starts right up here in what you focus on, your vision, and what you want to accomplish and what you want to achieve. You know, it's just like, you know, when I was the last event that we were at, you know, I stood up there on stage at the Austin event, and it was just an awesome experience. And you know, one of the things that I really wanted to do is provide something for my whole entire team to get that leadership factory, you know, type of feel where we could really cultivate that out of people and really give some people something that they can have a roadmap and a game plan and step-by-step everything just all laid out for them to just plug in, go, and take action. And you know, it's amazing when you set that intention, you put your vision out there, all of a sudden things manifest in front of you, and you don't understand why, but you put it out there and you focus 100% on that, and that's what you end up getting. So you know, if you're in a tough spot, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't have money, you know. If you don't have money, you know, I didn't have money, I was broke, you know. And then, you know, then there's another thing too, is, you know, like, well, shoot, you know, Scott, you had tons of leads when you first started. I had less than 300 leads when I first started this, and in my first day I made over $1,000. And so, and I still to this day don't have a whole lot of leads. So leads isn't the problem. It's not anything like that. It's following a simple plan that's completely outlined for you, and being able to just jump in and drive. You know, because if I wouldn't have done that, if I never would have taken action and you know, clicked on that first buy button that I saw over 3 years ago, I never would be in the place that I am now. So look forward into your future on what you can actually accomplish, what you can achieve. Paint yourself into your future that you want, not the future that you don't want. Okay? Paint yourself into the person that you see yourself as. That's one of the biggest keys that I have learned from a lot of the different higher level type of trainings that we offer here in the Power Network, is if you act as if you already are this and see this up in here in your mind and portray that out there as a leader, as a visionary, people will find that, people will sense that about you, and they will want to join you. They will want to click on that button down below, fill out that form, and get started. You know, and that's what happened for me and for every single person that you see on this call. You know, and I just absolutely love I love the fact that brand new people who have never had any success can have success here. You don't have to be the person at the front of the room anymore. You know, I remember the old days, you know, I couldn't stand up in front of a crowd. Last time I stood up in a crowd, I did some really embarrassing things that I didn't know that I did. Some non, you know, just some things that I did on a subconscious level, I guess it was a nervous tick, and I didn't know that I was actually doing it until somebody actually. I'll let your mind kind of you know, get carried away with that one. But somebody actually asked me. It was actually a person I went there said, Scott, do you need to get some new underwear? You know, so we all do some weird things, you know, and so you know, we all start somewhere, and you know, thankfully, because of the Empower Network, you know, I don't have to try to chase friends and family anymore to try to build a business. And I don't, I mean, if I want to, I don't really want to. I actually kind of separated a lot of different influences in my life, because I discovered that if you can separate your influences from people that don't make you feel good and align with people like what we have here on this hangout, and focus on their input, you'll be built up. You'll become that person that you want to be. You'll become that person that will, you know, just be able to thrive and be of value in life. So you know, I could go on for forever. You guys know that. So I'm just gonna, you know, back up here, because you know there's some new guys on the call that I really want to hear from. You know, give them some time. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and let you guys take over. All right.
Right on, Scott. We appreciate you coming out, and we thank you for your leadership and for always sharing your gold nuggets with us. So thanks, homie. Next, we'll go to the man of the hour, because I want his story myself. All that I know is that Travis sponsored John, and correct me if I'm wrong, if your last name looks like Penberthy. If I say it wrong, it's because I'm a hippie, I'm weird, and I apologize. But I love the fact that you're so young, and you're doing big things. All that I know is that you manifested $30,000 in 1 month inside Empower Network, and that intrigues me, because I didn't even know who you were until they just told me the other day. I'm like, we got to bring this guy out on a hangout so he can share his secrets to what's working, because those are phenomenal results. So I'm very excited, actually, John, to hear your story, so I can, you know, get to know you, brother. So come on out.
Awesome. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you loud and clear. Love the accent, perfect, man. No wonder you're killing it. You got a sexy accent.
Oh, what can I say? What can I say? I was worried for the first half an hour of getting on this call, because firstly I was an hour late. I got the timing wrong, so I arrived in the office thinking I had an hour to get set up and get prepared, and then I had a message from Travis and Rob saying, "Where are you? They're waiting for you." So I had to jump on board. Then my second mistake was I was trying to get my camera working on my iMac, and for whatever reason it wasn't working. Trying to get that done for about half an hour, then just noticed my laptop right next to me. So now I'm using my laptop, but I totally didn't even think about using that. So those are my two stupid moments just getting on this call. But I tell you what, I'm so I suppose privileged to be on this call. This is awesome. I just love that we're just hanging out. It's just we're not really trying to powerfully sell something or do, you know, a ton of persuasion. We're just guys and girls who are making money, hanging out, talking about how we're doing that, so that people watching can learn and do the same as we're doing. It's great to be a part of this. It's great to be a part of the Prosperity team. A quick shout out to Travis and also Robert, who's my sponsor for the 15K formula. They are fantastic sponsors. They've been, you know, like I say, I'm quite new to this. I've been in it for, you know, just a couple of months, but they've been the perfect sponsors. They've been there to answer all my questions, and I can always, if I have questions from my people that I've brought in, I can bring it to them, and they're happy to help. So yeah, quick shout out to them. They're absolutely awesome. I know we've already heard from Travis and Robert the other night. But yeah, I don't quite know what to say other than what's already been said. I suppose I'll just talk about my story for a bit, so just how I kind of got into. Oh, by the way, sorry for all of these layers, and I got my gloves on as well. I tell you what's going on. I'm in my office now at 1 a.m. in the morning. So the building block that I hire an office for turn their heating off at 5 p.m. So it's absolutely freezing here. So I've got my layers on. So I apologise if I'm a bit shivery. But yeah, so I got started actually. Let's just go back to the beginning. I got started on eBay. That was my thing when I got started on. I was just buying and selling. And just seeing if I could make a profit from that. Eventually started making a profit, it was good. And then I think what happened was I wanted to learn how to make more money with eBay, and I saw a course on how to do that. And so I went ahead and bought that, and I realized that I went through ClickBank to buy that. And so I started doing affiliate marketing through that. I wanted to learn what this ClickBank was and how that works. So I've been doing that for a while. For the last couple of years, I've been doing just affiliate marketing, mainly on ClickBank and things like that. And I've been doing a lot of product reviews. That's one of the biggest things that I'm, I suppose, known for in the industry. Is I've been doing product reviews for various different products, and people know me for being actually the one. Some people call me the guru slayer, because one of the things that I've always done is I've negatively reviewed products that I don't recommend. So there'll be, you know, I know you've seen them, these push button softwares that come out all the time, you know, promising quick riches that they just don't work, and it really frustrates me that these products are still being sold. So I decided to start doing reviews on these products, and if it was good, I'd recommend it and make a commission, and if it was bad, then I would tell them to stay away from it and recommend something that did work. So that was what I was doing for a little while, and that's actually when I first heard about Empower Network, because as my kind of reviews got more popular, I'd have people emailing me, asking me to do a review on a certain product. And actually, when Empower Network first came out, one of my subscribers emailed me and said, "Oh, can you do a review on this new product called Empower Network?" And I just kind of ignored it for a while, and I haven't really got a reason for doing that. I can't even remember why I didn't. I was just busying myself with other things, and for whatever reason, never got round to looking into Empower Network until last December. So December just gone, about three or 4 months ago. And I just was hearing more and more about it, seeing more success stories coming out of it, people making tons and tons of money. And I was thinking, right, I've got to at least check this out, and I'll do a quick review on it. So the reason I came into Empower Network was really just to have a quick look around, you know, promote it to my list real quick, make a few affiliate sales on it, and then probably just move on to the next product. I didn't realize at that point the kind of community that is within Empower Network. So I got in, I was absolutely like bombarded by the amount of valuable training, because Empower Network literally is some of the best internet marketing training there is out on the internet. I'm sure you guys agree. They're literally, when it comes to training on making money in this industry, making it in the way we're doing it, there's no training that compares. So I was blown away by that, and at that point, I didn't even know about Prosperity Team. Because I kind of came in on a wing. I don't even know where I found Travis. I had this conversation with Travis when I first joined. I was like, "Hey, dude, I can see you're my sponsor. How did I find you?" Like, I don't even know how I joined his team. Obviously, I'm glad I did. But I just kind of just came in on a bit of a whim. Didn't really know what was going on. And then Travis was sending me these emails about the Prosperity Team. So then I got involved with you guys, saw what you guys were doing, and then I was just like, oh wow, there's more to this. There's these people that actually want to help everyone that's coming in. You're getting this unbelievable training with Empower Network, which is going to take you to where you want to be. And then you've got this Prosperity Team that are doing everything they can to take you to where you want to be, using the training, using their own training that we have within Empower Network, and getting you there. So I was super excited about that as well. And that's when I started to really promote this hard. I was promoting it to my list. I was doing solo ads. I've been doing lots of driving traffic in the way that I do it. One of the things that I suppose one of my better skill sets is video marketing. I've been doing that a lot. So I'm very good at ranking a video on the Google search results, or just converting people on video into sales. So I do a lot of video stuff. So I've been driving traffic to Empower Network with that as well. And that's kind of seen my success into Empower Network and how I've made this kind of money. But the training has taken me to somewhere that I didn't think I was going to be able to be. I've never seen some of the training that I've seen within Empower Network. It's just been, it's been a fantastic experience to get involved in this. One of my best days, I had 2 days that were $5,000 a piece. So I did $10,000 in a 2-day period. Just because, and this is really, really important for people listening to this call to understand, is that Empower Network is an automated system to some extent. So you do some work on the front end, you get someone in, and there's automated systems and sales funnels included that will upsell your people as they go along in the system, and as they get the more training, and people come in, and it's their goal then to get the additional training and the money making potential of the upsells. So the system just makes you more money the longer that you're in it. So the more I'm getting into Empower Network, the more money I'm making, just because of the length of time that I'm in, and just over time, more people will upgrade. And so, yeah, it's just a fantastic experience. I'm loving being a part of this. I keep getting emails from people saying, are you still recommending Empower Network? Are you still doing something with it? I'm saying, absolutely. Like, this is literally one of the best products that I've seen within internet marketing. And I always have, on a couple of my review sites, I have my top recommended product. And I'm in the process of changing that now to Empower Network, just because I've not seen a better system than this. I've not seen a better system for a complete beginner or a newbie that has no idea how to make money online to actually just come into, take action, and succeed. A bit like what Mike was just saying there. Obviously, we can't say that you're going to make money, but the likelihood is that if you get involved in Empower Network, follow the training, follow Mike's daily assignments, get involved, enjoy the family that we have here, and take action, you're most likely going to make money. And I would almost guarantee to you, obviously we can't say that we can, but the chances that you won't succeed is slim to none, because everything that you need is within Empower Network. I've seen it. The people that I've brought in are already making money and seeing success. It's just a fantastic system. I'm absolutely loving it. One thing I suppose just wanted to mention, similarly to what Mike was talking about, where he used to have a blog site and his database was deleted by mistake, and he just said, I just powered through. I just powered on. I didn't let that phase me and then kind of give up or stop that section of my business. And he made that decision in that moment to go, no, I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm just going to keep moving forward. And that's one of the biggest things that you can do in your quest to making money online and building your business and taking it to new levels is constantly overcoming obstacles, because that is going to happen, and it's all about continually moving forward. If I stopped at some of the hurdles that I hit, I wouldn't have a business now, and I wouldn't have done $30,000 last month, because I would have given up and I would have gone back to a day job. I sound like I'm old when I say that, but obviously I did start with a day job, and I would have gone back to that, because these hurdles are going to come, and it's about overcoming that. And one of the biggest hurdles in our industry, I think, is actually finding a system that works. That's one of the biggest things, is that there's so many people that I'm sure you guys have had contact with you as well. I have contact with so many people that say, I'm just absolutely stuck. I've spent thousands upon thousands on training and courses and software that promise me making money online and they promise me earning potential, and they just don't work. And so they're almost at breaking point and giving up point. And I just say to them, it's all about just finding a system that works, taking action on it, and you'll see success. Those are the two things that you need, is a system that works and taking action on it. And those are literally the two most valuable things that you need to find and do. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And just to give you a little idea of one obstacle that I hit recently, which was that I was using Vimeo to host all of my videos and embed them on all of my different websites. And they actually deleted all my videos recently because I apparently violated one of their terms of service. I'm still in communication with them trying to find out what that is. But literally, so that means that so many of my websites and videos were then not working. And I didn't go, okay, right, I'm going to give up, I'm going to call it a day. I just move on, I move forward. And and every single time, actually, I overcome a hurdle, I make more money in my business as a result. Because it almost makes you stronger and makes you move on at a faster pace. So yeah, I just want to reiterate what's being said here. If you're not in Empower Network, just get in. This is going to be one of the best families of marketers that you're going to be involved in. You're not just going to come in and then get left to it. There's support left, right, and center. Everything that you need is within here, and we'd love to have you. And if you're watching this and you're already in, let's get this money. Like, there's so much to be made. Like Mike said, that people think it's saturated. It's nowhere near being saturated. There's so much more we're going to do and can do within Empower Network, and I can't wait to continue to be a part of this. So yeah, thanks again for having me on this call, and yeah, having me in the team. It's a wonderful experience.
Well, it's a pleasure, John, and I like what you just said there. When an obstacle happens, you just move forward, and something I realized on my journey to success is I get a lot of problems, and the more success, like, it creates different types of problems you wouldn't normally have, but what you need to do is get in the habit of solving your problems as fast as humanly possible. This is how you collapse time frames. I started solving more and more problems instead of writing them down and saying, next week or next month, I'll figure that out when I have time to think about it. I have a problem, I solve it. The faster I solve it, the more money I make. The faster I solve it, the more money our team makes. And I think that is just so true, that if you want massive momentum, you just keep moving forward. Problems will always continue because life is a journey, it's a quest. It's kind of like a playground, and it's like we're learning, and if we don't learn the lesson that the universe is trying to teach us, we repeat it over and over and over, which are, most people stuck in the matrix, grinding it out, like most of the population does. But there is a better way. The better way is realizing you have a problem, identifying it, and solving it. And maybe tonight, to solve your problem is just clicking that sexy link below, because it's so sexy, and it just feels good when you lock arms with the right people and follow your gut. So I encourage you to do that. Next, I want to bring out one of the most best copywriters in the industry, and he actually wrote tonight's copy. If you got an email invite from the person who invited you here, it's because Franco wrote that, and then he gives it to us and says, use it, put your name on it, add your picture to it, make it yours. Those are the types of resources you have when you lock arms with our prosperity team. We have the best of the best of the best, and that's why we're a leadership factory. How's it going today for you there in beautiful California, Franco?
It's going. If it was any better, I'd be you guys, man. I mean, you guys are badass. You guys are awesome, and it's so motivating. From Kevin, and then to John and Travis and Scott and Paul. Everyone's got a different story, but we've all got the same story. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's been through struggle. There's nobody here that has come, and we've been doing these for a long time. There's nobody here that's been on this panel that says, oh, I just woke up one day and, mommy gave me a silver spoon and everything was just there and I've never had a problem or an issue and everything's just awesome. So it's awesome that we're attracting that kind of mindset, really, that kind of attitude. And Kevin leads us, ferociously with that positivity, and he will not let us go down that road. And that's why I appreciate him so much. And then the other thing, too, that's so inspiring, it just energizes a guy like me, I have a daughter that's 20 years old, John. Don't get no funny ideas. She's in university right now, so to see the new generation, to see the energy, to see that, not everybody is conditioned to think inside that society box, and that, they just want to travel that path because it's safe and secure, but they're flying and they're creating and they're buying and selling on eBay and they're writing reviews. And I hope you guys were taking some notes, because that was some very, very powerful stuff that he shared about writing reviews and video marketing and, negative reviews, positive reviews, but always honest reviews and recommending stuff. It's just very, very powerful stuff. There's got layer upon layer upon layer to that onion that we can go into in nuts and bolts. But, people don't come here for nuts and bolts. I mean, some people are here and they want to hear what you get. It's real simple, guys. Kevin told you, just rewind a little bit. But what you get is it's so much deeper than the products and services that we offer, the blogging system and everything. But if you really are analytical, want to go check that out, whoever invited you here today, click the button, join us, and then kind of go do a little bit of homework. They've got a corporate site with their own affiliate link on it, and you can click on the tabs of products, opportunity, comp plan, leadership, vision. You're never going to find anything better. You're going to find inspiration, motivation. These Hangouts are so you can feel us, and you can feel that you found some really good people. Question number 2 I get a lot of times, is, well, is this working? And not only for some gurus. Well, I think we put that to bed. If you were here last week, get the recording of that one. If you were here this week, we're putting it to bed every single week. We have brand new people coming out. But it's been very, very inspiring that we've had brand new, like a new generation of entrepreneur that comes in. They've got no hang-ups, no bad habits, and no history. So they don't know what they don't know. Somebody said David Wood, has got his little Jerry curl going on a video and says you're a $30,000 guy this month. They go out there and freaking just do it. They don't know any better, so why not? And it leads me back to one of the most powerful audios. If you guys don't own the Inner Circle yet, you have to own that, guys. Get the Inner Circle. That's the one, the 15K, the Inner Circle. If there's anything that I harp and harp and harp, and it's like I'm jumping up on a soapbox every time, is get the Inner Circle. There is an audio that I went back to and I listened to again by accident, right, coincidence. And it's one of the most inspirational audios I've ever heard is when David Wood, you guys will know which one it is. David Wood is going off on a classic Costa Rican hippie rant. and he's just yelling and screaming of how frustrated he was for his team with what we call the slavery model and the grind. And every single time I listen to that, I feel like, and it's like the same years. He's talking about 2009 and 2008. And I just remember back just a couple of years ago, and I've been here full time for a little while, a few years in the industry, but full time is just as long as, I just didn't want to go get a job. It's my deal. I was just hard hit. I wasn't going to go get a job. Maybe I should have, but I was just full time because I willed myself to make a darn sale and feed my family in this industry because I didn't want to go back to the matrix. Once you take the red pill, it's over. That's it. You're done, and there ain't no more going back. And you're at that point right now. So hit the button, join us. Drop to your knees, say thank you, call your sponsor, shoot him something on Facebook. You can buy a gift for like $3. No big deal. Go do that, and it would be awesome. But David Wood is going off on this interview. He was doing 3 ways. He was grinding on the phone for 12 hours. He was flying around doing hotel meetings. He was doing so many things. And when they worked, because he willed himself to learn the skill sets to make those skills work, when they worked, his life became like torture. It was even, he got less and less and less life. And he just got to the point where he said, this is a lie. I came here so I could make a ton of money doing nothing sometimes. You do some work and set stuff up, but automation and systems and these videos and the websites do all kinds of stuff for us. I drive people here all through the week, and it generates sales for me and my teammate all through the week, and I've got some proof for you in a second. And they're recorded, right? And that's what David Wood was talking about. He said in that audio, that's what I signed up for. And you can't go on selling a dream when you know absolutely that you're living a nightmare. And if you happen to recruit the one gal out of 1,000 that's going to crack a home run, all you're going to do is make her miserable too, because she's not going to be able to be with her kids, and she's not going to be able to go on vacation. She's going to be glued to 3-way calls and house meetings and all this stuff. So I'm just thankful, man. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for David Wood. I'm grateful for those audios that he allowed himself to rant. So many people want to hear, they ask, whoa, why can't we be more professional? That doesn't move me. That doesn't move you. You're here because you want to hear a classic freaking rant. We're about to go on one right now. And that's how we attract, guys. That's what it is. Nuts and bolts are on the website. They're on the video. Go to the corporate site. Go to your sponsor's blog. Plug into our daily webinar that teaches you how to market. More than that, gives you not only homework, but gives you the answers to the homework. Like go copy and paste, right? Put it on your own blog and then go syndicate. And don't worry about what that means. We teach us copy and paste, paint by numbers, right? Every day a mindset call. If you find yourself going to Facebook and complaining more than you do gratitude type of thank you God for giving me another day kind of post on Facebook. If you're being more negative, guess what you need? Mr. Paul Hutchings is right here for you. He's recorded every day. You can take him like a little teddy bear to bed every night, and you can listen to his calls, because that's what you need, right? Because the nuts and bolts of all of this stuff have been made idiotically simple. Idiotically simple. It's all she wrote, and you can smack a home run if you get your head straight, get your attitude straight, and just take daily action with us. So we give you the webinars, we give you the recorded stuff, we give you all the... Is this not a pretty page, guys? Is this freaking like the most beautiful, sexy-ass hangout page you've ever seen? And the Facebook app. We don't like to hit home runs, we like to hit grand slams. So we give you the Facebook app. So I want to welcome all the guests here. We're a rowdy bunch of people. We love to make money, we love to have fun, and we love to help people get free. And that's what we do. Hit the button, figure it out later. Let's go hack through the jungle and blaze our own trail. And I had 2 guys, right? People want to know, is this working for people other than what are on the panel, right? You guys in the comment thread right now, I want you to go absolutely freaking ballistic and give people ADD with testimonials about does this work or not. D. Gabinette, I see you in there, baby. I love you. Everybody in there, share your does it work story with everyone in the comment thread, because those things stay there forever. But just this week, I had my buddy Al. Al's plugging in. He's a veteran. He's got tons of years experience, right? So I'm going to come at you with a couple of stories. They're different. Al generates a $1,000 sale. Al is kicking ass, and the thing just happened to roll up to me, because that's the beautiful thing about the plan, right? We're all paying it forward, working together. So generated a $1,000 sale. The bottom line is duplication. He's plugging in, he's doing his thing. He's got like 30, 40, 50, I lose track of how many sales on our team. I've never been on a team that duplicates like this, guys. That's why I'm so happy about that. So, that sale rolls up, oh, but that's an experienced guy. I know Al Franco. Well, Jonathan Kelman lives out in the Caribbean, and he still doesn't know what the heck he's doing. I don't think he knows how to log. Whenever he logs in to his back office, he just got lucky, right? And the guy's out there plugging in. He goes to just a couple of Mike Hobbs's webinars, just a few, and he follows the training, and he just does it. And then he calls me excited at 2 o'clock in the morning from the Caribbean, and he's telling me, man, I had a $25 sale a few days ago, and darn it, she beat me to it because he hasn't upgraded yet. You got to upgrade, Jonathan. And, then all of a sudden, 100, 500, 1,000. So he's generating sales from his business, and he doesn't even know what he's doing yet. He's just brand new. Had a truck driver a few nights before that couldn't even sleep, and he had to get up in the like 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that to get on his rig and drive for 16 hours a day. He's got a family and kids and everything, I think in North Carolina somewhere, and he's a truck driver. And he said, Franco, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I made my first sale, and they upgraded to $100, and I'm so flippin' happy right now that I don't even know what to do, and I'm embarrassed bugging you in the middle of the night, but I had to reach out and just tell. And this is like, bring it. Bring it. I've never seen this stuff before, guys. We got all kinds of brand new people that plug in and that take action, and they're getting results. And that's the most exciting thing I've ever seen in my life. But the best thing that I like is the soul of our team and Empower Network. Is we're doing it for the right reasons. We're helping people get elevated. We're lifting them up. It's lifting everything. It's lifting the whole industry up. Got a lot of people trying to model and copy what we have, but they can't have our mojo. That's our spirit and our soul and our whole environment here. So I'm just grateful for every one of you guys, man. You drive me, and hopefully we can keep writing and closing sales for you guys in your autoresponders and invites and all that stuff. I'll keep writing the spam. You guys keep spamming it. I'm happy as hell.
You're awesome, Franco. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for all you do for us. Next, I want to bring out someone I've never had the pleasure to do a hangout with yet, this beautiful young lady. Andy, is it Patowski or Petoski?
Petoski.
Petoski. It's a pleasure finally seeing you through video for the first time. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So excited to have you here and get to hear more of your story as well.
Great. Well, I am just, woo! I'm with the Prosperity team. And I'll get into that a little bit in my story. We've kind of locked arms just within the last week, and I'm so thrilled because being a single mother, and I work full-time in corporate America, I don't have time to build these great websites that the Prosperity team has. And before last week, I actually snuck on to some of Mike Hobbs's noon webinars at my job because I could do that during lunch. And I just loved what you guys were offering, and I felt like I couldn't give that to my team on a daily basis because of my schedule. So first of all, thank you so much for having me, and I got to tell you guys, I'm a little outnumbered here being the only chica on this hangout tonight. Last night, I have to tell you, this is a little bit different for me. I did a hangout last night, and the hangout was with some female business partners, and I got to tell you, what we talked about was fake nails, boobs, and cheating. So this is a little bit different. I have to get my mindset in the right place. So just a little bit about me, because a lot of people maybe don't know my story. I grew up with a great family, and like a lot of us, we were told we had to go to college and get a good degree and then go off and get a job. And especially being a woman, you know, I wasn't about just marrying somebody that was going to support me. I needed to do my own thing. So did well in high school, went off to college. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, and I have a master's degree in business. So I did all the schooling thing, and then I went off and got a couple of different jobs and have been successful in those jobs. However, after I had my 2 daughters, I started to realize that I was traveling all the time for my job. I was away from my family, and bottom line, I didn't like it. So I had to figure out what I was going to do. And lo and behold, I get this call, a cold call from obviously somebody I don't know. And she starts talking to me about how I could work from home full time and be with my kids and do what I wanted to do. And I thought, oh my gosh, really? And I have to tell you, I live in Michigan, and I live about 45 minutes from that one company that we won't mention, but the headquarters are close to me. But I never knew what an MLM was. I had no idea what it was, and I got this cold call, and it wasn't about Amway. It was about another company. But I got this cold call, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've never heard of such a thing. I am in, and I am going to be rich. Yeah, okay, that was 6 years ago. And I've had some successes. I've learned how to generate leads and learned how to build teams, but nothing like what I've experienced with David Wood and the Empower Network. So long story short, I was in the secret meeting in Florida when the Empower Network kicked off, and I've just been loving it ever since. And if you're out there watching this and you think you don't have time for this, let me just tell you what my schedule was like. I'm just going to tell you what it was like today, okay? Actually, at 8 o'clock Eastern, this was the first time that I got on my computer to do my business. So for those of you that think you don't have any time, let me just tell you. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning. I had a March of Dimes board meeting because I volunteer with the March of Dimes because both my children were born prematurely. So it's a very important organization to me. So I was at a March of Dimes board meeting from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Went to my corporate job till 5 p.m. Came home, gave my 2 daughters dinner. They had to go off to church. I went to kickboxing from 6:30 to 7:30, and then I got on here at 8 o'clock. So I don't want to hear anybody say, in fact, I don't take that as an excuse that you don't have time to build a business, because you do, especially in Empower Network. If you can focus and spend an hour or 2 a day, you can do this. And that's what I've been able to do. Unfortunately, it's not, I don't have as much time as I would like, but I've learned to outsource and do some other strategies that have helped me, along with being a single mother. Keep in mind, single mother, so I'm the one for my kids, and I'm just thrilled. And by the end of this year, I will be out of that corporate job. So thank you so much for having me. Click the button below. Love Prosperity Team.
We love you, Andy. Thank you for all you do, and having you a part of our mastermind and in the Leadership Council means a lot to so much of us. So keep doing what you're doing, keep inspiring everyone, and leading from the front. We do appreciate you so much. Next, I want to bring out Alex, and I want you to touch upon the power of events. I actually got to meet this Russian mob boss himself, the part-time guru. I'm just joking. He's not in the mafia, but he just looks like a badass. Just to be honest.
Not anymore.
He used to, right? And he has a sexy Russian accent that just melts the ladies' hearts. And if you met his wife Anna, she's laughing in the background right now.
Yes,
there she
I'm
is.
Here. Hello, everyone. Damn, I'm here.
How you doing, sister? But I want you to touch upon the power of events, because I got to meet you two at the events, and my life changed going to events and getting around other successful people. That's where I met Mike Hobbs at an event. I met Adam Whiting at an event. I met Franco Gonzalez at an event. I met pretty much everyone here on the panel at our events. And if I didn't go to the events, I wouldn't have made the connection. I wouldn't know them on a personal level. And here's the thing, when you start networking and making friends and you share the same vision, you diligently try to help each other, even if you're not on the same team, due to the friendship. And that's what we have here. I feel it's more than just a business partner or an affiliate or a downline. We're family. You know what I mean? Everyone here on our team is family. When you lock arms with us, you're family. So if you just want to touch upon events, because I see you at all the events collecting these, fat checks, and it's just like, it's just awesome. So if you can share about that, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. We're one big family, man. So awesome to have you guys here, and hundreds and thousands of people watching us. But yeah, I mean, the biggest mistake you can do is by doubting yourself, your capabilities, your abilities. You need to go to that event. The next event is in Chicago in like 35 days, I think. So here's what happened to me. I've been hiding behind the computer, behind the website, just like Franco teaches. Don't be hiding. Don't be hiding behind the website. Don't put your message out there. So I made to the first event in Atlanta, and my business was like, well, I was making about $3,000 a month, part-time. Again, I'm still part-time, so just to show you guys that you can do this part-time. You don't have to be full-time. But here's the power of the event. After the event, my income doubled virtually the first week after the event. Okay, it's that belief level, because everyone has talents. Everyone can do this. Everyone can do something better than I do, or Justin, or Franco, because everyone is unique. And that event, that Empower event, unleashes your inner beast, really, inner potential, because you're not aware of what you are capable of until you get there. We help you guys unleash that beast, that animal that sleeps inside of you. Okay? Society brainwashed you and told you to play small in life, to be safe, cherish that job, work 40 years until you retire, collect your 401k that with the inflation that's going right now is going to allow you to buy maybe bread and milk. So that's why people play small. And it's really, really kills me when I see people like commenting on Facebook and stuff like that. Oh, this doesn't work. I tried this, I tried that. You know what? Everything works if you work it, okay? If you get to that event, I can virtually guarantee you that you will have success if you take action on what we teach you guys over there. So here's my story. After the first event, my income doubled. So we were making about $6,000, $7,000 per month, now business, about 2-3 hours a day, after a full-time job that I have with the family, with 2 kids, with tons of different errands to run around, okay? My wife was still skeptical, okay, for some reason, but when she saw, after I came back from Atlanta, she saw, dramatic change in our income, and she started to pay attention, she started to listen more to Dave and Dave's Empower Hour calls, all those live events that we have, and tons of different marketing videos that we have available to us. And guess what? She came with me to San Diego. It was her birthday, okay? September 20th, it was her birthday. Funny enough, June 10th is my birthday, so that was Atlanta event. So I don't know if that's coincidence or what. But in any case, we went to San Diego, and she really, she was really skeptical. I always call her a proud member of Skeptic Society. So after that San Diego event, she really believed in what we're doing. She really came back a different person, put it this way. And guess what happened to our bank account? It doubled again. Just like what Dave and Dave teaches, just like what they tell you to do, follow the 8 core commitments. If you do follow them, if you don't reinvent the wheel, if you take action daily, consistent action, you will get there. It might take you a month, might take you 2 months, might take you a week. It depends how fast you want to grow, how fast you want to achieve your income level that you want to achieve, because you get paid 100% commissions, okay? You get to make guru money without being a guru. You don't have to speak English perfectly, okay? you can do this no matter what, whether we have blind people, we have deaf people, we have people with different disabilities. We have Christina Munoz in Australia. She's got back problems. She can't really get up. She just lays in bed all day with her laptop, and she makes what, 30 grand a month. We do it as well. After San Diego, we were making about $15,000, about $12,000-$15,000. And guess what? Austin went again. We went, our income doubled again. So now we consistently at $30,000 part-time, guys, part-time. It's what doctors make. It's what most lawyers make in Brooklyn, okay? And you have to go to school for 12 years, okay? And you come out from that school with $200,000, $300,000 loans that you have to pay off, and you have to rent the office space, and you have to hire employees, and you have to get multiple insurances. Do you understand what kind of overhead you have to deal with when you have traditional brick-and-mortar business? Do we have overhead here? Yeah, we do. What's the overhead? 25 bucks a month? $20 affiliate fee? I mean, come on, guys. The sky's the limit. Right now, we're just hitting momentum. The timing is perfect. Get yourself to Chicago event. Get your spouse to Chicago event. Bring your spouse. You guys gonna achieve whatever you want to achieve. We're gonna help you get there. But you need to make that first step. You need to make a decision. Log into your back office. If you're not in yet, just click the button below the video. You're gonna join whoever invited you to this presentation, to this hangout, and log into your back office, get yourself the ticket, get yourself and your spouse to Chicago, and we're going to have a lot of fun there. We're going to mastermind. We're going to teach you guys secrets of the universe. Right, Justin?
Jedi secrets.
I just wanted to pop out real quick. And because it's kind of funny what my wife does sometimes. She'll come in the room and she's like, all right, I'm leaving to Zumba right now. And then, like, set the baby right on the floor right next to me and just sleep. It's hilarious sometimes, but it's cool. So I have my baby. If he starts screaming or whatever, then I'll go there. But I just wanted to come out, at least one last time here, because I know we're almost to the top of the hour, and talk about the events as well. That's one of the core things that I decided when I first got started online is. One of the things that I wanted to go to an event once, and I remember, and you guys are probably looking at me going, oh, you go to all these events because you have money. You go to all these events because you have money. You want to know my first event that I ever went to, that event changed my life forever. That event got me going to doing my webinars that I do right now because of one little tiny tip someone told me at that event. And here's how I got there, okay? I was literally going through a bankruptcy at the time. I was literally going through a bankruptcy. I had $500 to my name, and I had these 2 credit cards that had like barely. I wasn't bankrupt yet, but I had barely enough left on 2 credit cards. I literally maxed out one to get our plane ticket, and maxed out the other to get my hotel. Me and my wife both went to this event. And I learned one thing that has literally paid us probably hundreds of thousands of dollars by maxing out those 2 credit cards. And I only had $500 real dollars in my name. And because I was committed, I believed what I was going to learn at that event would change my life. I went to another event where I met Adam Whiting. It was kind of crazy because he was actually in jail the day before. I found out this later. And he got out of it and came to the event. And I wasn't even supposed to be there, okay? And I went and I made it happen anyway. I went to the event. And now we have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars together as well. The power of events. And ever since that first event, every single one that I possibly can go to, I go to. Every single one. I think Paul even said that. Man, you're going to. I think literally when I met him in the Bahamas, I think you mentioned something about how I just keep going to all these different events, and it's because I love being around people that are successful. Even if they're not related to my company, a lot of times I'll just go to internet marketing events. Just to be around that atmosphere, guys. You know how cool it is to be around people who actually want what you want? Isn't that awesome? They actually want what you want. That's the type of people I love hanging out with. That's the type of people I love hanging out with. That's why I go to so many events. And the Chicago event is going to be better than anything we've ever been to. The Empower events have been better than any events I've ever been to. So if you're thinking about that, definitely just get your ticket, go. And with that, back to you, Justin. I gotta grab the baby.
Right on, man. It's all good. I couldn't agree more. My breakthrough came from an event as well about 9 or 10 months ago, the one in Atlanta. Prior to that month of the event, I had my first $5,000 month in Empower Network. 30 days after the event, my income went from $5,000 to from $5,000 to $26,000 in 30 days. And I remind you, back when I joined Empower about 13 months ago, my goal was to make $5,000 a month, because I had a problem believing that you could make $5,000 a month consistently, because I've been struggling on the internet for 5 years, maybe get to 2,000 or 3,000, and then something happens, I start over again. And it was a roller coaster for like the last 5 years, not until locking arms with Empower, getting out of my shell, listening to the advice of Dave Sharp, David Wood, and all the leaders here in Empower, getting to an event, my income has drastically changed. 1 year ago, struggling to pay the rent for $450, living out in Costa Rica, to now making over $50,000 in a month. I still can't believe it at times, and it's crazy. But success happens if you surround yourself around successful people. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? And I don't know if anyone else wants to get out here, and if I think a lot of people here, I know your stories, your lives have changed at events. I do believe every event makes you a different person, and because of that, that's where I'm at. And if anyone else wants to pop out here and share any experience where you had a breakthrough at an event, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Who's out there?
Who's speaking?
Oh, there he is. John, I hear you.
It's Scott here that's talking here.
Scott.
Yeah, no, I'm totally, I agree with you 100%. The events is where it's at. My first event was what landed me in basically serious mode, and it put me out there. And one of the things you guys got to understand, if you're already in, when you go to an event, you get your pictures taken with leaders, you get to cut videos, and when a person comes and they see you, they see you're in the game because you're at an event, you're with all these other leaders, they automatically associate you with that level of thinking, with that type of person. And so when you go into these events, you get to hang out with these people, and yeah, it's just like what everybody has been saying here. I love hanging out with marketers. It's like they're right on my brain wavelength, and talking with anybody else outside of this, it's kind of like it's like the secret society, and they just don't get it. That's what's really kind of hilarious. But that one of the biggest things, just to kind of leave everybody here, is one of the biggest thing that you notice that has a lot of difference between a lot of the leaders that you see on this call right now versus other people is the speed of implementation. We take action before we know everything. You don't have to know everything. That's you take action, and then you figure it out on the way as you go. So, take action, get in, get started, and get to the event. That's basically what I just wanted to leave everybody with there.
Yeah, and that is the 30K a month formula here. It's lock arms at the 25 level, get all in, meaning buy all the products so you can earn 100% commissions on them. Sell 2 basic $25 memberships a day, which is not hard to do, especially if you believe it's possible and you get around us and you see us doing it all the time. You follow that formula, you get to the events, and if you can do that for 90 days, there is a great possibility that you'll be earning over $30,000 a month. So how do you go from 0 to $30,000 a month? Lock arms, get all in, get to the event, focus on 2 a day. And when that becomes a normal habit, like I wake up in the morning, I already have 2 sales by the time I wake up out of bed, so I can do whatever I want. That's freedom. You know, I don't have to work a 9 to 5. There's a better way, and that's what we're trying to express to you tonight. You know, maybe you've struggled in the past with an opportunity or tried making money from home or been involved in a deal and they did you dirty and, you know, they took your money and ran, or, you know, they got in the deal and then you never heard from your sponsor ever again and there was no training and there was no support. Or maybe you've never been involved in a business and you're just looking to lock arms with the right entrepreneurs that have what it is you're looking for, and what it is freedom. I think ultimately that's what we all want. And once you gain freedom and you help other people become free, it becomes a passion to set as many people as humanly possible free. Just unlock them, unlock key elements of your mind, unlock your heart, you know, and let you love yourself the way you were meant to love yourself, that you can spread love to others and get other people to believe in themselves. That's why we are the Empower Network. That's what this movement is really about. The money, it's just like, you know, a trading necessity here because we live in a pretty backwards society where you need money to do things. So if you can just focus with us here and focus for the next 90 days and get to Chicago, you could be living a totally different lifestyle than where you're at today. Because if a hippie who can barely afford his rent not too long ago, you know, can get in something and follow something and, you know, become a new person because I was willing to learn and willing to adapt and willing to empty my cup and just take the advice of the people that, you know, have already kind of, you know, laid the path for us, the groundwork, and that's all we're doing. Monkey see, monkey do, that's duplication here, and especially with our team because we make it so easy. Does anyone else want to pop out and share anything before we...
Just really quick, Justin, the power of the events and the same, the Inner Circle audios, you know, if you don't have those Inner Circle audios, get them immediately because they switch, they play with your head in a very positive way. It's going to be, those things are your best friend. But let me speak a little bit to the power of events. If there's anything on this panel, including Kevin, Susan, the guys that had a jam or whatever a little bit earlier, but what you hear, there's 2 big things that you hear. Number 1 is the level of belief in these speakers. Do you have any shadow of a doubt in your body that we believe in what we're doing? Right? There is no sticking a toe in the water with us. Right? Where we're all in and we're just running. And it's that belief level. Number 2, that allows us, it gives us the ability, even on a simple little 160-character tweet or a little Facebook post, if you hang around with us where we work, on Twitter, on YouTube videos, on blogs, of course, on Facebook, you will notice conviction. Even if it's one phrase, one statement, there's just a higher level of conviction, man, and that comes from belief, and that's fortified with commitment. We commit, we believe, and then conviction is just a byproduct. People are going to just sense that you're a person that's going somewhere. You know, Paul mentioned he was still in a single wide trailer out in the middle of his grandpa's land somewhere. But I can guarantee you when that switch went off in his head and he believed and he committed to his family, to his dreams, to his goals, that people thought he was in a mansion speaking. And it's not because he was making income claims or anything. It's just a level of conviction. Where do you get that? Number 1, Inner Circle audios, there's no excuse. Number 2, or the audio of the week, if you're just getting started tonight, go get addicted to the audio of the week. Then you're going to have to get the Inner Circle. That's how it is. You're going to get it before the night is over. It's just going to feel like the best purchase you've ever made because those little things will set you free. And then the event. Being at the event takes your belief. And you can go to webinar and hang out and videos on YouTube and read blog posts. You can do that till the sun don't shine. And that'll give you some commitment. It'll give you some belief. We all believed in internet marketing, and that's why we kind of took our business seriously, right? There's a level, but there's something to be said with the energy that gets put inside of your heart, in your gut, in your mind at a live event when you're breaking bread with people. You know, and one of the main things that I always take away is there's nothing really hard or complicated about what we're doing or what the $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month, those guys are doing. We're all doing the same thing. We're just doing it with a little different twist of conviction, belief, and commitment, and it comes out. And if there's anything that I can cheerlead here with big-ass pom-poms about Get to Chicago is you will not be the same person as far as belief, commitment, and your conviction that's going to come out in your marketing. And to be a little selfish, if you're on our team here, we want to breed success into you. We want to develop leaders because it makes us look like rock stars, right? So for selfish notion, get over there, get the belief, get the commitment, get that conviction, and that'll go way further than how do you do pay-per-click, right? How do you post an ad? I mean, that stuff is like weenie stuff. You can get anybody to do that when you're rolling, right? It becomes easy for you to do at 3 o'clock in the morning because now you're being driven by something different that wasn't in you before. Get on the audios, get to the events, and this is what starts flowing out. It's live events, man. So with that, guys, I'm good, man. I love you guys, guests, prospects, people that are here for the very first time. Yes, we're crazy. Yes, we're insane, but we set people free. You love us. You know it. Just join. Just get involved. Don't worry about figuring it out, man. We'll do that at the webinars tomorrow, the mastermind calls. We'll get you straight. Just get in, click the button. It's 25 bucks. It's less than what you blew in gasoline and Starbucks this week already, and it's only Wednesday. So.
You make a great point. Anyone else want to hop out here? You're more than welcome.
Can I quickly just add something? This was something I wanted to mention, and I totally forgot. Which is if you're already in Empower Network, or if you've just joined, or you're thinking of joining, you need to make it your goal to upgrade as quickly as you can. And I want to explain why. It's because when I first joined Empower Network, because like I said, I wasn't taking it overly seriously, so I went with the basic, and I thought, right, I'll grab the inner circle as well, and I left it there, and then I started promoting. And what I didn't realize at the time, which I'm sure you guys do realize watching this hangout, is that regardless of whether you purchase the upgrades or not, your prospects and the people that come into your system are still going to be promoted it. So if they go ahead and buy, you're going to lose that commission. It's going to go over your head. So it's really important that you make it your goal to upgrade as quickly as you can to the higher level, so that you can start making the big amounts of money. Because Travis will testify to this. Obviously, he's my sponsor. When I first joined, he was getting email after email saying, you've just received a $500, $1,000 pass up. And he emailed me and he was saying, John, man, it's great. I appreciate all this money, but you need to upgrade yourself. And I was just holding off for whatever reason. I was losing so much money. And then a little while back, I also received another email that says, congratulations, you've just lost a $3,000 commission. And Travis emailed me and said, how does that feel? And I was like, not great, I'm going to tell you. And so they always kind of, it's a little bit annoying when you get those emails, and it always starts, it says congratulations, and I'm like, right, what have I got, how much have I made? It says you've just lost $1,000, and that is an email that you do not want to receive for any of the levels, even be it the $100 inner circle level. You don't want to receive that email saying congratulations, you just lost $100 monthly recurring income because you just didn't take the action to go up when you know you should, because this system works. Once you start getting people in, once you start getting sign-ups, that they are going to go up to the upgrade. So you're either there and you're going to collect those commissions, or you're not and you're going to lose them. So I just wanted to add that because I think it's really, really important that people understand the importance of upgrading, not just for the training, but actually for the income potential as well.
Just really quick, Justin, before I forget this one, super fast, less than a second. People, take it from his experience. He's a full whopping 20 years old. Get all in. You heard the experience, man.
You heard it here first.
I was just going to say I agree so much with that, because we get passed up commission from our teams all the time, and the truth is we rather see you make the 100% commission than to receive it, because we know if you can create it for yourself, we're going to get pass-up sales anyways, and we much rather make money with you than make money off of you. So if you get all in, you're going to have the same opportunity to make the same amount of money that we make, have the same leverage, have the same education, you know what I mean? Feel good about what you're doing because you actually have the right of knowledge, I make my own words up, and it's still all good. But that's exactly what you need to do if you're watching this right now. Lock arms with us and get all in. Make a commitment. We're rocking these all-in bands right now because at the last event in Chicago, they held a special meeting. It was on Sunday, the last day of the event, Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, and you actually had to be all in to enter that because they taught some very high-level stuff, which you'll be privy to get the same information. If you want to learn how leaders in our company are making as much as $100,000 a month and what they're doing to do that, and you want to learn like step by step, You just plug into our training. We do have the best training in the industry. I just want to thank everyone for attending tonight. I want to thank all the badass panelists for investing their time into you, because no one here is on tonight's hangout for themselves. Everyone here is having different levels of success, but everyone here is very successful in their own way and in their own right. But they chose to be here tonight to show you a better way. So you have a choice right now. You can lock arms with us, or you can continue doing what it is you're already doing if you're already happy, fulfilled, and living the lifestyle that you want to live. So I just want to say, do what you got to do. Make that decision. We are here for you. We are family. We want to lock arms with you. And we're going to be doing another hangout next week. What you need to do is just get in, take the URL, put your username in it, start sharing it like crazy, because tonight's hangout is going to be recorded. It'll be up instantly within about 10 minutes, and you can start making money with us like right now. Why wait? Let's get money right now. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate everyone here. Thank you all once again. This has just been amazing. I appreciate all our hangouts.
Hey, Justin, real quick. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys read that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
New sales.
That's what happens when you go all in. You make $3,000. You wake up and there's $3,000 waiting for you in the inbox. So don't be a wussy. Get all in.
We're going to end it with that, folks. Have a great night, everyone. Love and light.
See you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Peace.